Hello there, it's Sam, Mr. Sam, the allotment man. Well, today we're going to have a look around my allotment for the first time, and you can see what I'm doing. It's not a lot. Basically, I've been weeding, digging and weeding, but I planted some potatoes, so let's have a look. Right then, these are my potatoes. Here we've got the earlies, okay, so I planted them first. The late ones are about a week later. These ones are from B&M Bargains, no, Home Bargains, the quality potato producer that you all know. As you can see, I've made my ground into a fine tilth. Yes, it's the first year, let's put it that way. I just wanted to get something in the ground and get growing. Fingers crossed. Right, so this is my main crop. There's actually less than there is the earlies, but that's just because I ran out of potatoes. We've got three lines, 7 potatoes in each, I think. Fine tilth again. These should be coming up, I don't know, I think it's about 10-15 weeks or something like that. I really don't know. My approach is throw it in the ground and see what happens. It's as basic as that. Right, that's enough at looking at big molehills. Let's have a look at some technical stuff-ish. Here you go folks, my bird scarer, made from a plastic bottle. Not my idea, it was from YouTube. Basically, as you can see, it spins in the wind and the birds don't like it. It makes a little bit of a noise as well, which is good. You can put peas inside apparently, which will rattle a bit, but I only saw that tip once I'd made it. It's basically a pop bottle, split down the ends and then made into fins. There you go, and it spins around like that. So that's quite good, it's keeping the birds off. No, I don't think the birds are that interested, to be honest, but we've got onions down here. We'll have a close look at them in a moment. Very exciting. Here you go guys, very exciting. Close up of an onion sprouting. This is probably one of the first things that have grown on my plot. There we go, there's another one coming out of the ground. Yet again, fine tilth, very important for growing things, apparently. So there you go, these are my onions. Me and Tyler planted these, and you'll like to see that they're doing very well. There we go. Just moving over here, we have got garlic. Now, the garlic here isn't grown from seed, it was just found on the allotment. Whoever was growing here before had left them and they were growing, so I basically took them out and put them into nice rows. So there you are. There is my garlic. And these are the apple trees. I've got 2 of them. One's a non-self-pollinating. I say that as if I know what I'm talking about, don't really. And another one is from B&Q, so if it grows or not, it's anyone's guess. There you go, Cox's. There you go, and this is the one my mum and dad got me. Worcestershire pearman. There you go, that's non-self-pollinating, but as you can see, it's coming out. There we go. Well then everybody, this is the most important part of the allotment in my opinion. It's the shed. Most people go for a big huge shed with a burner in it or something like a log burner to keep them warm, but to be honest I come down here to be outside, and also I didn't want to spend out on a shed, so I made one like this. It takes my tools. If you're thinking about nicking anything from it, don't bother, it's all value rubbish. So about £6 each I think, so I won't really worry about that. Yeah, so that's my shed. Obviously you need a seat to sit on and you need a flask because there's lots of digging going on, well sometimes, so you need a rest from that. So this is the shed area. That's all really. And of course my apple trees, so I can just reach over and eat an apple. Don't really eat a lot of apples, but you never know, if I grow them I could eat them. There you are. Shed. Oh, by the way, this stuff down here, tiles. Old slate tiles I found in a skip. They said I could have them, so I brought them down and broke them up as a bit hardcore, keep the weeds down. Working very well. Let's go and have a look at the greenhouse. Right, so here we are at the greenhouse. As you can see, the glass is really, yeah. Well, we've nearly got it all glazed. Mr. Paul, Mr. Allotment God, who's here, is helping me glaze it all because we got it second hand. In fact, free, which is great. But the glass that came with it wasn't the best. so bits were broken and that, so Paul's been helping me cut it. Well, say helping me, he's done it really. So this is my greenhouse. Let's have a look inside. Looks pretty much the same as it did outside. This is my staging. I've made that out of scrap wood from work. So my peppers are going to go on here, and my tomato plants are going to go here. So I reckon I'll get about 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 there. We're going to string them up and put canes in, so they'll be great. Also, you might see behind here is my irrigation system, because I won't be able to get down here every day. So I've made a little system, a drip feeder, and I made it for now pretty much. I had some hose pipe, and I'm going to show you how that works right now. Right, so my irrigation system, first of all, we got the water tower, again made just from bits of scrap and stuff out in the shed. Here's our water butt, made from recycling from Hull, which is very generous of them. A food waste bin. You're supposed to put your food in it. You feed the rats basically. But that's our little bin. You can see inside there. We've got all cleaned out. Inside, hose pipes cut in, and little clips just to hold them from coming out. But it's a tight fit so they don't go anywhere. Right, so that stands up there. Got our connectors. And then it goes down here to the hose pipe. If we can have a look, I've made my drippers, and they're made out of basically just putting a screw through the hose pipe. What you do, screw goes all the way through. Obviously the water won't come out because it self-heals. So you just twist it back a little bit until it drips, and then you just get a drip coming through. I've tested this, and with, oh, it was a longer piece than this. It had about 8 drippers on it. It lasted for 2 days and 2 nights, so that keeps going quite well. And to hold it off the ground, so it doesn't get fouled up with dirt, I've got these little pieces of wood, and they've got holes in them, like so. Self-explanatory. That goes in the ground, dripper, and then just drips onto the plant. There you go, and that's it. We're going to do it about, I don't know, 2 inches off the ground, just to make sure there's nothing getting in it. So that's our dripper, and that's going to go all the way across. Right then, this is just next to the greenhouse. These are my raspberry canes. Now, I know nothing about growing raspberry canes. All I've done is copied what everybody else has done on the allotment. So I put these poles up, and I've got my canes in here. Obviously dug a hole and watered them in, and put some wires on them. And apparently they're supposed to give me raspberries. We will see. I don't know why they shouldn't, but I have no idea how it goes, so I'm just copying everybody else. That's all I can tell you about raspberries, really. If you can tell me a bit more about raspberries, it'd be nice. So there you go, there's my raspberries. Raspberries. Well, here we are at the other end of the allotment. As you can see, there's the super duper shed, and of course, with every shed, there should be a flask of tea. When I say tea from a flask is rank. So this is Ribena, which we like. Now here we go, we've got our beam poles sticking up there. That's going to have some netting on it. I've got the netting, I've got it from, so I was royally ripped off, of course. But there it is. And my run of beans are in there, ready to go. I think I put them in about 3 weeks too early, but we'll see. Fingers crossed, no frosts coming. As soon as you get a frost, apparently, so I've been told, they will die. So me and Tyler put them in a couple of weeks ago maybe, and there's some around the shed because we wanted to plant more apparently. So that's where the beans are, runner beans, and just ahead of them we got some markers down there, and they're flowers. Apparently what you need to do around here is put flowers in the front, so I'm putting flowers in the front. There were bulbs, they look pretty, so I'm going to stick them there, and then maybe some marigolds in the front. And of course we've got the fence here. Well, I say fence, I had some spare wood and I think it's turned into a seat, to be honest. But there you are, that keeps the cars off the flowers. And everybody should have one of these, a door. It's a door to nowhere, it's just a path. So that's been here all the time, so it's going to stay. That's my door. I've got to show you something else that every allotment should have. Yes, that's right, every allotment should have one of these, a pile of wood. When you start doing allotments, you tend to find that any bit of wood you see lying around, if it might be in a skip or somebody else's garden, or if anybody else wants to try and get rid of something, you end up taking it because it's going to be useful. And all my wood at the moment is being useful here as a piece of modern art. I call it mother and child. I think you'll like it. Actually, down here is a bin full of leaves. They're rotting down, so next year I can add them to the allotment, so it'll build up the earth a little bit. And we've got a green water butt in there that someone's given me kindly from over the way, which is nice of them, and I'm going to put that on the greenhouse as soon as it's all ready. So this is what you must have. You must have a pile of wood and a water butt. Okay. So there you have it. This is my allotment. You can see it's a little bit of a work in progress. I've done quite a bit. I think it's all done by myself. No mechanical means, all hand dug. And what we're going to do, we're going to try and do some videos and show you how it gets on during the year. Hope you enjoy it. Hope it's not too boring. And take care. We'll see you next time. And happy growing. This is Mr. Sam, the allotment man, saying goodbye.